So first of all, whenever there is a body moving in a circle, let's suppose this is a body, it's moving in a circle. Obviously, when it's moving in a circle, it will first of all be moving on a path which we call as the circular path. Here the circular path means this. What is a circular path first of all? So for that we need to know what is a circle. Circle is the collection of points which are equidistant from a fixed point. This fixed point is called as center. I name it as O. And the fixed distance, this distance at which the body will be always equidistant, this is called as radius, R, radius of circle. So if a body moves such that it is always at the same distance from this fixed point, if a body moves such that it is always at a fixed distance from a fixed point, this is called as circular motion. So any path which a body goes on from a fixed point at a fixed distance, that will be called as circular path, right? So for this circular motion, whenever the body starts, let's say it starts from point A here and it reached the point B, maybe it is anti-clockwise, maybe it is clockwise. So we will give the conventional, directional signs. So I'm saying if it is moving in an anti-clockwise direction, so when the things are moving in an anti-clockwise, the anti-clockwise vectors, whenever the vector associated with a moving body which is moving in a circle, that vector which is anti-clockwise, we will give that as a positive sign. So that is called as an axial vector. Say for example, I am telling you there is something moving like this anti-clockwise. When it is anti-clockwise, so the vector associated with will be the axial vector. It will be along the axis upwards. So how you have to do it? Just curl the right hand fingers in the anti-clockwise direction and see where is the thumb going. Can you realize this thumb is coming out of this board, and this is called as axis of this circle, right? It can be a cylinder, it can be a sphere. So whenever the things move anti-clockwise, so the vectors whose directions are anti-clockwise, the axial vector for those is given like this, right hand curl rule, right? So it is upwards. Suppose that vector, if it is going clockwise like this, so it is like this clockwise. So when I curl the fingers clockwise, I will see that the vector here, axial vector, is downwards. So it means one of the direction. If it is anti-clockwise, I name that as positive. If it is clockwise, I name that as negative. Upward, downward, just like that. So here whenever it is moving, let's say in an anti-clockwise, so from one point A to another point B, it subtends an angle at the center. Obviously this is the angle which is subtended at the center. This angle is called as angular displacement. What is it called? Angular displacement. So here it will be called as angular displacement, that is theta. It is the angle subtended at center. Angle subtended at center of a circle by a moving body which is obviously moving in a circle. So one thing, is this angular displacement scalar or a vector? Vector. Why? Because if it is anti-clockwise, I give the direction out of the board. If it is clockwise, I give the direction into the board. Same this right hand curl rule, right? So this angular displacement is just like a displacement. It is a vector quantity. It can be both positive or negative, depends. If it is clockwise, I give it as a direction. If it is clockwise, I give it a negative direction, right? If it is anti-clockwise, I give it as a positive direction. You got that? Next thing about this, what is the SI unit of this? What is the SI unit? SI unit is radian. Since it is an angle, so SI unit is radian, represented by this RAD, radian. And we have one thing. Sir, what if we have the total distance by radius? If the total distance subtended by this from this point to this point, if this is length of the arc, total distance subtended by this red color ball is length of the arc, R is the radius. Can you tell me what is the magnitude of this? Yes, we had discussed this. What is the magnitude? Theta is equal to L upon R. In other words, if I have the angular displacement, I can tell you what is the distance covered by this body. It is angular displacement multiplied by R. This we used to study in mathematical tools, correct? This we used to study when we were discussing the angles before the start of the trigonometry, right? But remember, whenever you substitute this theta has to be in radians. Theta has to be in radians. This was already discussed. So what do we understand? Whenever a body moves on a circular path, if it goes from one point to another, it will subtend an angle at the center, that is called as angular displacement. and obviously that angular displacement is a vector quantity. It can have positive, negative signs. Anticlockwise, positive, clockwise, negative. And where is that vector? Axial vector. Anticlockwise, perpendicular to plane outside it. Clockwise, perpendicular plane inside it. Is that clear? So these are the directions. This is the value. Fine. Now tell me, what is the angular displacement for one complete rotation? For one complete rotation, angular displacement. I'm not saying displacement. 360 degrees. So it is 2 pi radians. So can I write down for one complete rotation? If I say for one complete rotation, for one complete, rotation, so angular displacement is 2 pi radians. Remember, 2 pi radians. But what is the displacement? Displacement is 0. Is angular displacement 0? No, it's not 0, right? So likewise, you can say for half of the rotation it is, when it is diametrically opposite end, so it is pi, right? For quarter of the circle it is 90 degree, pi by 2, and so on. Now there is one thing which is called as time period. Obviously, when things are moving in a circle, circular motion can be a periodic motion. Means when a body is moving in a circle, it comes to the same point after some time, then it can again move in a circle, come to the same point, again move in a circle, came to the same point, right? So it means a circular motion can be periodic. A circular motion can be periodic. Now what is called as one time period? One time period. It is the time taken by a body moving in a circle to come to the initial point, the least time, right? After one complete rotation, it is called as time period. So time period refers to the time it takes for a body or a particle to complete one full revolution. So to cover one full revolution, how much time is taken? This is called as time period. And in one time period, how much is the distance? Any one of you, how much is the total length of the arc in one complete revolution? 2 pi r. So that is the distance, and the reciprocal of this time period, we call that as frequency. Frequency is the reciprocal. And tell me, what is the SI unit of this time period? Seconds. What is the SI unit of this frequency? It will be second inverse. This is also called as per second, or this is called as hertz. Hz. H is capital, Z small, right? So what does the frequency mean? Frequency means number of revolutions it is covering in 1 second. Number of revolutions a particle covers in 1 second. This is called as frequency. Got it? This is called as frequency. In 1 second, how many revolutions are covered? This is called as frequency. Right? Can you tell me, if I say a particle is covering n revolutions, in n revolutions, how much is the angular displacement covered? Also, how much is the total length of the arc subtended? And how much is the, chalo, you tell me only these two things. First of all, in n revolutions, how much? N revolutions. Tell me for the first one revolution, what is happening? For the one revolution, angle subtended at the center is 2 pi. And how much is the length of the arc? 2 pi r, theta into r, correct? For n number of revolutions, how much is the angle subtended? 2 pi n. That means angular displacement is 2 pi n. And how much is the length of the arc? N times of 2 pi r. So we can write down 2 pi n into r. You got that? So this is the distance covered, this is the angular displacement, right? And how much is the displacement? Can you tell me? Displacement. Displacement is 0, right? If I ask you what is the displacement, magnitude of displacement, that will be 0. Tell me why? Because for every complete revolutions, 1 revolution, 2 revolution, it is coming to the original position. So it will be 0. It will be 0. Got it? So tell me, if I have a clock, wall clock. In wall clock, if there is a second hand, that second hand, what is its angular displacement after 5 minutes? 5 minutes. There is a second hand in clock. Example, there is a clock. For the clock, second hand के लिए after 5 minutes. 1 minute, what is the angular displacement and how much is the total distance covered by the tip of this second hand, right? See, 5 minutes means 1 minute is 1 complete revolution. 5 minutes means 5 complete revolutions. So how much is the angle subtended? In 1 revolution there is 2 pi. In 5 revolutions there is 5 into 2 pi. Got it? So how much is the distance covered by that tip of that second hand? 2 pi r is in 1 revolution. In 5 revolutions it will be 5 into 2 pi r. This is the answer. You got it? So you are telling me how much is the angle subtended at the center and how much is the distance covered by that body around the circle. Now obviously when things are moving, maybe they are moving in a line, maybe they are moving on a curve, maybe they are moving on a circle. Obviously it takes them time, right? Time is always the associated parameter with them. So let's see what is angular velocity. So when we incorporate time in it, we define something which is called as angular velocity. Like we have the linear velocity. What was that? Before that, d by dt of displacement, rate of change of displacement. Right here also, we have rate of change of angular displacement or angular position. This is called as angular velocity, right? Angular velocity. So we have the linear velocity. Linear means when the bodies are moving on a line. When the bodies are moving on a line, suppose it covers from here to here some displacement. So how much is the ds by dt? ds by dt, it was called as linear velocity, like this. In a small instant of time, how much is the distance it is covering? So if it is covering ds displacement in a small instant dt, we define velocity, instantaneous velocity, ds by dt. Now imagine this is not moving on a line, it's not one dimension motion, something is moving on a curve, right? Something is moving on a curve. Imagine this body, it is now moving on a circle and that too on this curve. So when it moves on a curve, obviously it means its center was this, now its radius is subtending some angle here. So how much is the small angle it is covering? D theta. In how much time? dt. We define something which is omega. It was ds, linear displacement upon time, right? In a small instant. Now small angle it is subtending in a small instant of time. When we divide these two, we get what? Angular displacement. It is d theta upon dt. This is also a vector, this is also a vector, right? Velocity it is, angular velocity. But this is a linear vector, it is an axial vector. What? It's a linear vector, it's a axial vector. If the body is moving anti-clockwise, say like this, where is this omega? Sir, curl the fingers anti-clockwise, it is out of the board, right? If the body is moving clockwise, curl the fingers clockwise, it is into the board. This is how you find out the direction of omega, right? So this is d theta by dt. What should be the unit of it? Sir, theta is radian, so change in theta is radian. T is time per second, so we have radian per second is the unit. Radian per second is the unit. Is that clear? Radian per second. If there is a body which is moving with a constant angular velocity, say for example there is some body moving on a circle and the angular velocity is constant. Understand this. What does this mean, that angular velocity is constant? Imagine I am comparing a body which is moving with always 10 meter per second, 10 meter per second, 10 meter per second, 10 meter per second. It means every time when there is 1 second, how much distance it is moving? 10 meters. That was called as constant speed. Here also I am saying there is some body moving with 10 radian per second, 10 radian per second, 10 radian per second. What does that mean? In every second, how much is the angle subtended? 10 radian. In the next 1 second, how much is the angle subtended? Equal. In the next 1 second, how much? Equal. Next 1 second, it is equal. So that way it is called as constant omega. And we have how much is the, when the things are constant, we can just write it is the total displacement upon total time. Total displacement is 2 pi and total time to cover one complete circle, to cover 2 pi angular displacement. If I say 2 pi is the angular displacement, how much time it is taking to cover 2 pi? That we define first of all as time period. So 2 pi by t or 2 pi f, it's a very important formula for constant omega. It is valid for, we call it for constant omega. This formula is used in physics at multiple times. Omega is 2 pi by t, omega is 2 pi f. We study the same in oscillations, we study the same in waves, we study the same in we can say electromagnetic waves, we study same in AC, right? But this omega will be having different meanings at that time. Here, what is this omega? It is the rate at which the angular displacement is covered. Rate of change of angular positions, angular displacements, right? Simple. So you understand one thing, when I discuss the kinematics, the body is moving in a straight line, motion in a straight line. Now understand, this straight line ka kya hua? This straight line is bent to form a circle. Now the road is not straight, road is just circle. Understand it, right? Now the body is not allowed to go on a straight line, it is allowed to move only on a circular path. So like before that, we used to introduce linear velocity. At that moment I was not calling it as linear, I was simply naming it as velocity. It means it was moving in a line, right? At that moment it was expected that it is moving in a just a line. ds is simply a straight line, right? But here, when we define some things which are moving in an arc or in a circle or on a curve, we define omega. Is that clear? So this is omega here, this is omega. Anti-clockwise omega positive, clockwise omega negative. So what is average omega? Like I also discussed this, it is instantaneous. So it is instantaneous. What is the average? Average means total by total. Average means total by total. Total angle covered upon total time. It is the average. Average is concept of total by total, right? So tell me, in one revolution, if omega is constant, in one revolution, how much angle it is subtending? 2 pi. Time taken is t. So how much is omega? 2 pi by t, right? In 2 revolutions, how much is angle subtended? 2 into 2 pi. How much is time period? 2 into t. Omega comes out to be same, 2 pi by t. So unless until it is constant, it will always be 2 pi by t, right? Now there is one more term to introduce. So what should be the unit of it? 2 pi by t, radians per second. The unit is radians per second. But there is also one more way to introduce this omega. I mean to say this angular velocity, and that is called as RPM. What is that called? RPM. We have something which is called as RPM. We call it revolutions per minute. See, practically you may have seen this RPM. If you see this fan like right now, it has a motor inside it. It has a motor inside it, and this motor works on electricity, obviously. So suppose I just on this fan and I count a time of 1 minute. That means 60 seconds. Can you see this fan is covering, it's moving on a circle. So when it's moving on a circle, is it subtending an angle here? Is that clear? So say for example it is subtending an angle, and after the end of 1 minute, I will see, I will ask you what is its average omega. What you will say? Sir, how much angle it has subtended divided by 1 minute, right? That is radian per second. But see, if I tell you in 1 minute it is making 1000 rounds, how much? 1000. In 1 minute I will count in 60 seconds how much rounds it is making. 1000. So how many revolutions it's covering? 1000. In how much time? 1 minute. So it means this is called as RPM. So RPM, if I denote that with N, what does that mean? It means that in 1 minute, in a time of 1 minute, it is covering how much of this, how much of revolutions? N revolutions. Can you tell me how much is omega for it? If in 1 minute a body makes N revolutions, it means N RPM, means N revolutions it is making per minute. Suppose I am saying it is making 1000 revolutions in 1 minute. In 1 minute it's making 1000 revolutions. Can you tell me what is the omega? For that omega you need theta. If it is constant, average omega, total angle displacement upon total time. So how much is angular displacement? Sir, in 1 minute 1 minute means how much of time? 60 seconds. N revolutions is how much angular displacement? N revolutions is 2 pi n radians. 2 pi n radians. So in n revolutions it is 2 pi n radians. So how much is average omega? Sir, it is 2 pi n radians upon 60. Is that clear? So whenever you have RPM, how to convert RPM in radian per second? This n is RPM, 2 pi n by 60. Remember, whenever you have RPM, you should convert it as 2 pi n by 60, where this n is RPM. Sometimes they say RPS, revolutions per second. So in that you just multiple 2 pi n. Don't write s, don't write 60, because here I write 60 because it is for 1 minute. If it is for 1 second, I will not divide it with 60. 2 pi n is simply, right? But mostly you will be given the parameters, or if you purchase any of the motor or any of this fan, it will be given on that box. It is written, sir, how much is the RPM? Is it 1500 RPM, 1000 RPM, 750 RPM, right? So RPM tells you how much revolutions it will cover in 1 minute. This is also one of the way to understand the angular velocity. How fast? If I am saying this fan is having say 1000 RPM, another one is having say 1500 RPM, who is making more number of turns? 1500. So who will be having more omega? This one, right? So it gives us an idea. So let's see this. Theta is 3t square. How much is angular velocity? Sir, instantaneous angular velocity is d theta by, you have to just repeat the things. Just the symbols will get, before that it used to be s, and I was asking you v. Now it is theta. I am asking omega. How much it is? 60. Is it constant omega? No, it's not constant. Can you give the example when omega is constant and when omega is not constant? Some physical examples. Tell me the example of fan. When is omega constant? When it is not constant? In the beginning, when you switch on the fan, in the beginning, when you switch on the fan, let this be the fan, it was stopped, it was at rest. In the beginning, I am telling you, you just on it. When you just on it, does this fan abruptly gain the maximum speed, or it gradually goes and just gains the maximum speed? So what happens in the beginning, it just swings and takes the maximum velocity after some time, just after you on it. So when you just on this fan, it will take some time to gain the maximum angular velocity. And once it gains the maximum velocity, it is the limit of this fan. Now it will be moving with this maximum velocity. This is the uniform. This is the uniform. Suppose this is the uniform maximum velocity. So this is uniform omega. Omega is constant. Before that, what is happening to this omega? Omega is not constant. It is increasing because you have on it. So it starts from 0. 10 radian per second, 20 radian per second, 30 radian per second. Suppose 30 is maximum. Now it has gained its top speed. Now it is continuously moving with omega. Now you just off it. You off this fan here. Will it abruptly stop? No. When you just off it, what will happen? Omega will try to die down. 30 radian per second, 20 radian per second, 10 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and last it becomes 0. Right? It starts from 0, gains omega, then omega is constant, then omega decreases. Is that clear? So omega constant is this phase. It is just as no acceleration. It is positive acceleration. It is retardation. The sense is same. Sense is same. So can you tell me here 6 into t, is this scenario, this one uniform or retardation scenario? It is the first, because with time you will see omega is increasing. So at time equal to 0, it is 6 into 0. At time equal to 1, it is 6 radian per second. Time equal to 2, it is 12 radian per second. Time equal to 3, it is 18 radian per second. So with time it is increasing. So it is a scenario when it is as if we have just on it and fan is just increasing its omega, right? Yes. Because with time it's not decreasing, na? Say for example you put it 1. it will be 6 radian per second. You put it 2, then it is 12. See, off means, say for example, this is the time when it begins, when you are noticing this, observing this fan. So with every time, omega should decrease. Every passing time, the value of omega should decrease. With every value of time here, you will see omega is increasing. Can you see magnitude of omega is increasing? That's why it can't be this one. It is actually this, right? We'll study about the acceleration there, it will be more clear. What is angular speed of R hand? R hand of a clock has some angular speed, okay? Whosoever moves on in a circle path has a omega. So suppose we are discussing about the R hand. R hand कौन सा रहता है इसमें? The shortest length. Shortest length का. So it is moving. What is the omega for this R hand? R hand के लिए कितना omega? Sir, you should know. It's if it is average, obviously it should be average theta total upon time total. Tell me one thing, when the clock hands are moving, are they moving with constant omega or variable omega? Constant. It is constant omega. And tell me about the rotation of earth. Largely it is treated as constant. Revolution of earth, constant. See, clock ऐसा तो नहीं करता, ठीक है यार मुझे लेट हुआ है तो आहिस्ता आहिस्ता चलो, अब उसके बाद में घर जाना है तो जल्दी चलो, टाइम जल्दी होना चाहिए. इट्स लाइक दैट? नो. अच्छा, फिजिक्स की क्लास है तो जल्दी जल्दी टाइम हो जाओ, ऐसा होता है क्या? नो. ठीक है, चाह के हुए भी ये जल्दी तेज नहीं भागेगा, राइट? सो इट इज ओमेगा, इट इज कांस्टेंट, राइट? हाउ मच इज दैट ओमेगा? सो यू कंसीडर टू थिंग्स. सर लेट्स से फॉर एग्जांपल इसको 2 पाई कवर करने में कितना टाइम लगा? सपोज आई एम टेकिंग फॉर 1 कंप्लीट रेवोल्यूशन. फॉर 1 कंप्लीट रेवोल्यूशन इट इज 2 पाई रेडियंस. कितना टाइम लगता है इसको 2 पाई कवर करने में? मींस यहां से वापस अपनी ही जगह आने में कितना टाइम लगता है? 60 मिनट्स. 1 hour. Convert it in seconds. You write down 60 minutes. Seconds में 60 into 60, this much of seconds. So it is 2 pi upon 3600 radian per second. R hand, minute hand and second hand में सबसे ज्यादा किस चीज का एंगुलर वेलोसिटी है? सबसे ज्यादा इट विल बी फॉर द लॉन्गेस्ट वन, जो सेकंड हैंड होता है. सेकंड हैंड टेक्स ओनली 60 seconds, right? So the answer will be 2 pi by 60. Minute hand takes how much? 1 मिनट. मिनट हैंड में कितना लगता है? 60 hours. Oh sorry, 60 minutes. यहां पे एक गलती होगी, इट्स आर हैंड ना, तो आर हैंड को यहां से यहां तक कितना टाइम लगता है? 12 hours. हाउ मच? 12 hours. 12 घंटे लगते हैं उसको. इट इज आर हैंड. 12 घंटे के बाद ये वापस अपनी जगह पे आएगा. आफ्टर 12 hours I can write down 12 hours. So the unit will be radian per hour. You can write down radian per hour. It is basically pi by 6 radian per hour. But if I want radian per second, ऐसा यूनिट 1 hour में कितना होता है? 3600. So 6 into 3600 seconds. This is the answer. Is that clear? This is how you can tell me. You can tell me कि अर्थ को कितना टाइम लगता है रिवॉल्व करने में. व्हाट इज एंगुलर वेलोसिटी ऑफ अर्थ? अपनी जगह पे रोटेट करने में व्हाट इज द एंगुलर वेलोसिटी ऑफ रोटेशन? इज दैट क्लियर? तो आपको क्या करना है? टोटल 1 कंप्लीट रेवोल्यूशन में कितना टाइम लगा, दैट्स इट, राइट? 20 RPM into radian per second. I told you 2 pi n by 60 radian per second. 2 pi 20 upon 60. So it is 2 pi by 3 radians per second, right? 2 pi n by 60. This is omega. 2 racing cars having mass m1 m2 are moving in circle of radius r1 r2. Their speeds are such that each makes a complete circle in same duration. Suppose one is having radius r1 and another is having radius R2, and this R2 maybe it is more than R1. There are two cars, two racing cars. This is moving with omega 1 angular speed. The radius is R1. This is R2. This is moving with omega 2 angular speed, and it is said they are completing one revolution in same time. What is omega 1 is to omega 2? Means it takes one complete revolution, time is t. One complete revolution, time is t. Omega 1 किसके बराबर होगा? If I calculate, sir, omega 1 is 2 pi by t, but this is same t. Omega 2 2 pi by t, सेम. बताओ दोनों में क्या रिलेशन है? 1:1, दोनों बराबर. So omega 1 is to omega 2 is 1:1. Which of them have more angular speed, or they are having equal angular speed? Equal. They are having equal. Now second thing, which of them have more velocity, more speeds? I'm not saying angular speed. Which of them is having more speed? Omega 1 या omega 2? See, इन्होंने कहा time, in order to complete a cover a time circle, cover a circle, time is same. Suppose it is taking 5 seconds, it's also taking 5 seconds. Can you realize this one? In order to cover one complete circle, 5 seconds. Larger circle, 5 seconds. इसका मतलब distance किसने ज्यादा cover किया? This one. So if I calculate the speed, can I write down पहले का speed क्या होगा? Total distance 2 pi r1 by t. What is the next speed? 2 pi r2 by t. Total distance by total time. Average speed तो ये होता है ना? Total distance by total time 2 pi r2 by t. So which one is more? I would write down v1 is to v2. R1 is to R2. If R2 is more, V2 is more. Clear? Because it has to come to the in the same time, it has to cover the more distance. Now, it has to cover less distance, right? That is why you can see whenever a vehicle makes a turn, the two wheels, the wheel which is closer to the turn, the wheel which is away from the turn, the angular speed is same, but the speed of the outer wheel is more and the speed of the inner wheel is less. Because outer wheel has to cover the more distance, the inner wheel has to cover the less distance. Let me give you a diagram for that. Say for example, this is the center about which the car has to make a turn, and this is the road I am telling you. Say this is the road, right? Now when the car is moving, imagine this is the front wheels, these are the front wheels. Wheel 1, wheel 2. This is inner wheel, this is outer. Now when the car is moving, these two wheels are connected by a shaft. Obviously, I am only drawing first front wheels only. There will be a moment when the car will reach this point. These two wheels are having the same shaft. The wheels are here. Wheel 1, wheel 2. This is 2 dash, this is 1 dash. Right? In the same time they reach here, same time. So I am telling you wheel 1 is covering displacement, this angular displacement. Wheel 2 is covering angular displacement. What is the angular displacement by 1 and angular displacement by 2? They are covering the same displacement, isn't it? Angular displacement is same. In how much time? Same time. So their omega 1 and omega 2 are same. In the same time they cover the equal angles. Omega is same. But which one is coming more distance? Here it is length of arc 1, length of arc 2. Length of arc 1 is less than length of arc 2. So when you divide by time, it gives total distance by total time. Speed 1 is less than speed 2. Which one is moving fast? Which wheel? The outer wheel. Because in order to cover the same distance in order to cover the same angle in the same time, this has to cover more distance. So this wheel should be rotating fast, and this wheel should be rotating slow. You got that? But omega is same. In the same way, tell me the fan. In this fan, if you see the wings of the fan, if you see the wings of the fan, this is the hub of the fan. If you see the wings, let me say I make some dots on it, dot 1, dot 2. Which one is having the more omega? More omega. Omega is same. Omega is same. Omega is same. Right? But which one is having more speed? Outer one. Because the outer one will cover more distance in the time, and the lower one, inner one, will cover less distance in that time. Is that clear? So that's why omega is different, speed is different. I mean, angular speed is different, and the normal speed which we used to discuss before that, total distance by total time, that is different. Understand it, right? Now we have angular acceleration. Before that, in the linear one, what was the acceleration? A is equal to dv upon dt. This was linear. In the same way, we copy it. We call it, there is something which is called as alpha, rate of change of angular velocity. Alpha is d by dt of omega. D by dt of omega. And also we used to write down this acceleration is v dv by dx. V dv by dx. So you will replace it here. Alpha is omega d omega by d theta. There it was x displacement, here theta is displacement, angular. V was the velocity, simple velocity, here it is omega, angular velocity. So omega d omega by d theta, this is alpha. Right? You are just making the analogy from the linear parameters to angular parameters. Got it? So what should be the SI unit of it? It is radian per second, it is second. So it is radian per second square. You understand what was the linear velocity ka, linear acceleration ka kya tha ye? SI unit meter per second square. Here it is radian per second square. Because there the distance covered is in meters. Here the angle subtended is in radians. Got it? Okay, what should be the x direction of angular acceleration? See, if the body is speeding up and if the body is slowing down, see, if there is some body here, it is going in anti-clockwise direction, say like this, this one also. Now, where is omega? Where is omega? So this is omega. This way also, this is omega. Imagine, I am saying this is moving this way and this is moving this way, anti-clockwise, anti-clockwise, this is omega, this is omega. Now imagine one thing, if I am having a fan which is just blowing the wind at this moment in the same direction, or I can say I am touching this body in the same direction. If I touch this body in the same direction, what will happen to omega? Will it speed up or it will slow down? It will speed up. So if the omega, if it is touched in the same direction, so that it will speed up, alpha is in the same direction, alpha is taken as positive. If there is speed up, if the speed up, body is speeding up, so alpha and omega are in the same direction. Now tell me, this is omega, okay? Suppose fan is rotating right now. If I want to stop it, should I push it in the same direction or opposite? Opposite. So I have to slow it down. So if I have to slow it down, I'll push it opposite. So alpha and this omega, if they are opposite, so we call it negative. So you can imagine this is positive acceleration, this is retardation. When it is retardation, so when this omega, or we can say when this omega is decreasing, speed is low, speed is decreasing, right? We can say when this omega goes increasing, it is same direction. When omega goes decreasing, it is opposite direction to omega. Got it? So you can say omega is clockwise, it is out of the board. Sorry, omega anti-clockwise, out of the board. It is speeding up, so alpha should be anti-clockwise, out of the board. Direction should be same. Here, omega is anti-clockwise, out of the board, but it is slowing down, so alpha should be clockwise so that it will be into the board. So that wind I am talking about here at this instant, wind should be in the same direction. Here the wind should be in the opposite direction. And you know what that wind, we call it as force here. If the force is such that it is moving tangentially but it is speeding up, alpha is same as omega. Alpha will be in the same direction as omega. If the force is applied at this moment, that suppose fan wants to go like this, but you are applying a hand, you are applying a force in this way, so that it will try to speed it down, or omega wants to decrease, so you will say alpha is this, right? Again, in these conditions, alpha is angular vector, axial vector, sorry, alpha is axial vector like omega. Where is the direction of omega? You tell me here. Is it right, left? Where? Sir, it is out of board. Where is direction of alpha? Out of board. Where is direction of omega? Out of board. Alpha into the board. Alpha into the board. Omega out of board. Right? So directions are important here. So I told you, if the angular velocity is increasing, angular velocity and angular acceleration are in same direction. If it is decreasing, obviously then you have to, then you will say they are in the opposite. Theta is this, angular acceleration find karo, alpha. See, this is not angular acceleration alpha, it is simply alpha here, it is some symbol here. Let me not write it alpha, यहाँ पे इसको एक और number से लिखते हैं, let it be phi, phi. So tell me how much is alpha? Alpha will be, first you will differentiate theta to get omega. How much it is? D by dt of theta. Phi is constant, differentiation will become 0. Minus 2 beta plus 2 gamma t. Then one more differentiated, one more time. D by dt of omega. This is constant, it will become 0. Minus 2 gamma. This is your alpha. At the end, is angular acceleration positive or negative? Negative. So it will be retardation. It may slow down it. Right? So it is negative. Is this constant omega or not? No. It is non-uniform omega. Non-uniform angular velocity. Why? Because this omega is there and it depends on time. With different time, you will see you will have different omega. Right? You remember the equations of motion? How many equations of motion I give you? 3 equations of motion. Right? The same equations of motion are for this angle, I mean for this circular motion. Only understand one thing before you go in this detail. Understand one thing. Before that I used to write down S. Now you have to understand it with theta. Before that it was omega, it was initial velocity u. Here it is initial omega naught. We call it omega naught. Final velocity v. We call it final omega. We call it acceleration before that. Now we call it angular acceleration. Right? Next, these are the things. Okay, time is time. ऐसा कोई नहीं है angular time and linear time. Time is time, scalar quantity, right? V is equal to u plus at, omega is omega naught plus alpha t. S is ut half at square. S के बदले क्या लिखेंगे? थीटा. ut के बदले omega naught t plus half alpha t square. Right? V square minus u square is 2as. So we can write down V square is u square plus 2 alpha theta. Same. I told you this. What is the distance covered by the body in the nth second? U plus a by 2, 2n minus 1. Omega naught plus alpha by 2, 2n minus 1. I told you how much is the average. Theta is theta by 2. U plus v by 2. Omega naught plus omega by 2. S by t बताया था उसमें. It is S divide इस t को यहाँ लेके आओ. S by t. Right? Or you can write down this equation. इसको वैसे ही फॉर्मेट में लिखें. Imagine it is S divided by theta divided by t. S by t, u plus v by 2. What was average? In constant accelerations, u plus v by 2, it is omega naught plus omega by 2. Initial plus final by 2. व्हाट इज दिस मिड पॉइंट? मिड पॉइंट पे स्पीड क्या होता है? रूट ऑफ u स्क्वायर प्लस v स्क्वायर बाई 2. इट इज ओमेगा नॉट स्क्वायर प्लस ओमेगा स्क्वायर बाई 2. दैट्स इट. Got it? So if it says at the end how many number of turns are being covered, say for example I give you omega, say omega is equal to 700 radians. बताओ number of turns कितने होंगे? Sir, in one turn omega is 2 pi, so 2 turns omega is 4 pi. So number of turns कैसे आएगा? theta upon 2 pi. Simple. So whenever you divide theta by 2 pi you will get number of turns. So number of turns के लिए क्या आएगा? Number of turns is theta upon 2 pi. या ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट कितना है? 2 pi n. ये तो बताया था इससे पहले. This is the analogy you will do. जो भी हमें काइनेमेटिक इक्वेशन हमने पढ़े थे किसके लिए? Constant acceleration. But there the acceleration was simple, हाँ? A. But I am telling you now, उन्हीं accelerations को आप किससे रिप्लेस कर दो? Angular parameters से. Constant acceleration के लिए these equations v equal to u plus at and all they were valid for constant acceleration ना. So here also they are valid for constant acceleration alpha. Alpha should be constant, right? Now अब जो problems आएंगे they will be like circle में कोई पहिया घूम रहा है, fan is moving, stone is moving, like that. But you will understand that as something is moving in a line, बस उसी को bend करके circle बना दिया. ठीक है? Things were moving in a line, उसको bend करके circle बना दिया. See, number of turns. Number of turns का मतलब क्या पूछा? क्या है? Displacement. Number of turns क्या है basically? Number of turns means angle कितना subtend हुआ. Angle subtended का idea क्या है इधर? Displacement. Number of turns by body. Find number of turns by body. It is start motion. नहीं, grammar भी गलत है इधर. It starts moving with some constant angular acceleration and angular speed change from pi to 3 pi in 10 seconds. Pi means omega naught. It's saying angular speed, huh? It is omega naught. It changed from omega naught to omega. Time is 10 seconds. So you have to find out the number of turns. So I will say simple. I don't know alpha, but I can, without alpha, I can write down total displacement by time omega naught plus omega by 2. Simple. How much is theta? Divided by 10 seconds. Omega naught is pi plus 3 pi by 2. 4 pi by 2, that is 2 pi. So theta is equal to 10 into 2 pi, 20 pi radians. Theta कितना आया? 20 pi radians. When theta is this, what is the number of turns? Theta को divide करेंगे किससे? 2 pi से. 20 pi को divide करेंगे 2 pi से. कितना आंसर आया? 10 turns. Number of revolutions is 10. और we can say कितने turns किए उसने? 10 turns. Is that clear? So it is 10 turns. Do this. RPM 600, right? It is brought under uniform deceleration, means alpha negative. Stopped after 2 minutes. Stop means what is final? 0. This is initial. You can write down 2 pi n by 60. So it is 10 to 20 pi radians per second. Final is 0. Initial you have. T is the time. Angular acceleration. Acceleration is always final minus initial by time. Final minus initial by time. Final is 0. Initial is 2 pi. Time taken is 2 minutes. 120 seconds. Okay, sorry, 20. Yes. Initial it is 20. Right? So it is minus 2 by 12 pi minus pi by 6 radians per second square. कौन सा आया? तो ये first ही है ना? So it's saying deceleration ना, so it means you are expected only value. How much is the value? Pi by 6. ये आया था? तो फिर क्या आया था? हाँ? ये वाला देख के ही टिक कर दिया. तो फिर v इज इक्वल टू, वही तो है, v इज इक्वल u प्लस 80, यही तो है. ओमेगा इज u प्लस अल्फा टी, यही तो है ये. ठीक है, तो कैसे गलत कैसे आया? वो 2 पाई n बाई 120 उधर क्यों करेंगे? ये है ना, ये दिस इज समथिंग ओमेगा. इसने कहा ओमेगा इज, व्हाट इज दिस? आरपीएम ओमेगा. सो यू कन्वर्ट इट इन रेडियन पर सेकेंड, 2 पाई n बाई 60. इधर टाइम क्यों लिखेंगे कुछ और? It is saying in overall when it was moving with 20 radians per second, now you are stopping it in 2 minutes. You are stopping it in 2 minutes. Like say for example this fan is moving with 20 radians. I just switch it off. After 2 minutes it completely comes to rest. What is alpha? Actually it is minus means deceleration ना, pi by 6. क्या करते हैं यार, ये हलवा क्वेश्चन भी गलत कर दिया आपने. Relating translation and rotation. Now see, whenever the body is actually rotating, so anyhow it also has the other normal distance speed, वो चीजें भी होती है ना इसके साथ. So whenever say there is a body, it's rotating like this, so obviously it is having at this moment some velocities also. We call that linear parameters. We call that linear parameters. It covers a distance. This is the distance it is covering. So I would say if x is the distance, x is theta into r, or L is theta into r. चलो x छोड़ो, L लिखो. L is theta into r, right? So this is the connection. Left side is linear, right side is angular, right? Differentiate this. dl by dt, velocity, d theta by dt, omega r. Right? And here again dv by dt acceleration, alpha r. But you know what type of this omega it is? What type of v it is? Tangential. We call it tangential. We call it not tangential, we call it simply v is omega r linear. We call it linear acceleration. Or yes, we can say it is tangential. What is the direction of this v and this a? It is tangent to this circle. Remember one thing, the linear parameters are tangential to a circle. The linear we can say velocity or acceleration or anything, linear velocity and acceleration are perpendicular to radius. Perpendicular to radius is, we call it tangential direction. Okay, remember one thing, this is the direction. See, now यहाँ पे confusion क्या होता है students को? One thing is, sir, we had said it is radian per second. It is radian per second square. What is the unit of v? This v is same as the old meter per second. What is the value of a? It is same as the old meter per second square. Right? So if a body is moving in a circle, say like this and this and this, it will have the radius at these instants. This is the radius. So let's have the velocities at this moment when this body is moving. I am saying at this instant. Don't look at this where it is going in the final. At this instant it is going somewhere. It is tangential. These are the velocities. These are tangential velocities, right? We call them tangential velocities. If it is omega is this, omega is this, omega is this. So omega, here it is omega, radius be r. What is its velocity? It is omega r. V is omega r. The same formula we will study multiple times in rotation also, right? V is equal to omega r. Now again, if it is having alpha, if it is having angular acceleration alpha, so it will have one more acceleration, that is called as tangential acceleration. Here it will have tangential acceleration, we call it at, that is alpha r. Imagine if alpha was opposite, slow down. Where is tangential acceleration? Opposite to velocity. If alpha and omega are same direction, okay, then V and A are in the same direction. If alpha and omega are in opposite direction, then V and A are in the opposite direction. These are called as tangential, where it is said it is the relating translation and rotation. So the translation takes place in this way. Is that clear? Let me give you an idea why this is translation. Imagine something is moving on a circle like this. I cut this circle, right? I cut this circle and I make this circle as a complete straight road. This is moving in a circle. Imagine I cut this circle, right? When I cut it, now I am unwinding it. When I unwind it, I make this complete road like this. Complete road like this. So when the body was at this moment, say for example, body is here. So can I realize when I cut this and make a road, body is always on the road, right? Body is always on the road. So these are at different instants, body is at different points on the road, right? So if it was moving with omega somewhere, so I can say it is moving with velocity somewhere. If it was having some angular acceleration alpha, so I can say it is having a sort of wind, it is having that acceleration A. So this is V, this is A. So this is called tangential. You understand why tangential it is? Because this circle, if I unwind it, so I can say whatever was happening in a circle is now happening on a road. So this omega obviously has a relation between whatever the omega and A alpha here are, it has a relation between V and A. These are called as tangential, because as you can see, this road is now the tangent to this circle. The direction of road is actually tangent to this circle. So tangent to this circle, here it is tangential, here I can say road is here, this is tangent. This is tangent. Got it? That's why these are called as tangential. Remember, these are called tangential. Linear and angular velocity of a particle are 10 and 5. It will be a distance from axis of rotation. बताओ radius कितना है? Axis of rotation से कितना दूर होगा? There is a particle, maybe that was moving with some alpha or with some omega. So it is moving, say for example, in a circle like this. So at this moment, when it is rotating with some omega, right, it will be having some velocity. It is given that the velocity of this is given as 10 meters per second and omega is given as 5 radians per second. So how far it is from the point of or the axis of rotation से कितना दूर है? Let it be r. You have to find out r. What is relation between V and omega and r? V is omega r. R is V upon omega. 10 upon 5. कितना दूर है? 2 meters. 2 meters is the answer. कोई बात नहीं. Its acceleration तो I think it was alpha and A. Huh? It is A. It is alpha. So V by V equal to omega r के बदले we can write down A is alpha r. A is alpha r. R is A by alpha. 10 by 5. 2 meters फिर भी. You got the answer. Is that clear? So that's it. You tell me one thing. जो मैंने इससे पहले एग्जाम्पल दिए, फैन का हर पॉइंट सेम ये angular velocity of the wheel is this. If the radius of the wheel is 0.5, linear velocity is V equal to omega r. Huh? 0.5 into 70, 35 meters per second. Value of the linear velocity omega r are given. Omega and r are given. You tell me one thing first of all. What is the direction of omega? Direction of omega कहाँ है? Out of bird. Direction of v क्या है? On the bird. On the board, right? Can I say omega vector and v vector are perpendicular? Omega vector is perpendicular to v vector. And also this r vector is perpendicular to v vector. It is tangential. So I can say omega is perpendicular to v is perpendicular to r. Very important thing here. आपस में तीनों perpendicular है. Omega out of board. R and V are also perpendicular, right? So these are three mutually perpendicular vectors. So if they say what is the dot product of omega and v? 0. Perpendicular vectors का dot क्या होता है? 0. What is the dot product of v and r? 0. What is the dot product of omega and r? 0. Remember, dot products will be 0. You can say omega dot r या जितने भी ये पैरामीटर्स बन सकते हैं कॉम्बिनेशंस, ओमेगा डॉट वी क्या बनेगा? 0. v डॉट r क्या बनेगा? 0. एंड r डॉट ओमेगा भी क्या बनेगा? 0. डॉट प्रोडक्ट ऑफ म्यूचुअली परपेंडिकुलर वेक्टर्स इज 0. बताया था आपको. एंड व्हेन वी फाइंड आउट हियर v is omega into r, basically it is v equal to omega cross r. क्या? v is vectorly v is equal to omega cross r. Omega cross r. So whenever you have the two vectors which are perpendicular to each other, इनका cross product उनके perpendicular होता है, isn't it? So what is the direction of v? Sir, v is perpendicular to both omega and r. What is angle between omega r? 90. So what is the value of v? Omega into r into sine 90. Sine 90 is 1. So v is equal to omega r. Simple. Magnitude wise it is omega r, but direction wise all of them are perpendicular to each other. And v is given by omega cross r. So it is one of the use of cross product. Can you see that? पहली बार you are studying something where you can see the use of cross product. So it is the first quantity जब से हमने vectors पढ़ा. So the first quantity I am teaching you जहां पे cross product का use आया, that is v is equal to omega cross r. Remember, it's not r cross omega. It is omega cross r, right? Let's check it. Sir, omega से हम r की तरफ आएंगे. It should give us the v. Omega कहां है इधर? See, tell me this. Where is omega? Out of board. Out of board. Where is r vector? R vector मतलब सेंटर से आपको इधर की तरफ आना है. सेंटर से आप यहां की तरफ आएंगे. This is r vector. Omega is this. So you have to come omega cross r. When you go omega cross r, is this the velocity? This is the velocity. Confirm हो गया, right? So this is the velocity. So vector form में if we have omega and r, बताओ velocity कितना होगा? कैसे करेंगे? सर क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट सिंपल. ये असल में क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट का क्वेश्चन है. ओमेगा क्रॉस r. So I will say, बना दो i j k. पहले ओमेगा के वैल्यूज लिखो. 3 minus 4 1. फिर r के 5 minus 6 6. So whatever our answer is, it will have i cap minus के साथ j cap and k cap. When I write down I, 6 4 24 minus 24 plus 6, right? अब इसको हाइड करो. 6 3 18 minus 5. इसको हाइड करो. minus 18 plus 20, right? जब अपोजिट में जाते हैं we use minus sign. You will see minus 24 plus 6 कितना आया? minus 18. तो only this is the option. You can check it. minus 18 और वो 18 minus 5 is 13. minus 13 plus 2. You can check it, right? So this is your velocity. Got it? This is how you do it. असल में क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट का क्वेश्चन है. यहां पे पाइवोट है. पाइवोट अंडरस्टैंड? एक आपने हिंज लगा दिया, बट इट्स नॉट वेल्डिंग. वेल्डिंग इज डिफरेंट, पाइवोट इज डिफरेंट. वेल्डिंग मींस यहां पे हिलेगा भी नहीं. अब पाइवोट मींस इट में रोटेट. इट इज रोटेटिंग विद ओमेगा. L is the length of the rod. What is the velocity of this point and what is the velocity of the midpoint? This is the midpoint, L by 2 पे. This is the end point, L पे. बताओ L point इधर पे what is the velocity and इधर पे what is the velocity? So sir, when it is like omega is this, ये point नीचे आना चाहेगा, ये point नीचे आना चाहेगा. These are the velocities. So at the end point, V is equal to omega into L. Here it is omega into R. यहाँ पे R कितना है? L by 2. Which of them is having more speed? Last वाला point. Which of them is having more omega? Same omega. Omega is same. You can understand it this way. If it was a fan, it was a fan, and this is the wing of a fan. Fan का एक wing है ये. So tell me which of the point on the wing of the fan is moving very fast? I told you, पहिया वो वाला जो दूर होगा, it is moving fast. But omega is same. Omega is same. That is why if you happen to touch the fan here, कहां पे ज्यादा चोट आएगी? एंड पे. फैन घूमते घूमते सेंटर में कभी टच करो, कुछ नहीं हो पाएगा. ठीक है? सेंटर में तो ऐसे आधे लोग रोकते भी है इसको. सेंटर पे हाथ रखते हैं ऐसे ऐसे आहिस्ता आहिस्ता, फ्रिक्शन की वजह से वो रुक भी जाता है. बट एक्चुअल में अगर कोई यहां पे रोकना चाहे तो उंगली कट जाएगी इधर पे अगर रोकेगा कोई. ठीक है? कोई ऐसा थोड़ी होगा जरूरत वाला जो यहां पे रोकेगा इसको, बिकॉज यहां पे लेंथ इज मोर, वेलोसिटी इज मोर। इसलिए जब कोई छड़ी से भी मार पड़ती है ना, छड़ी के जितने भी पॉइंट्स हैं, ओमेगा इज सेम। ऐसे एंगल बन रहा है, इट इज सेम। लेकिन सबसे ज्यादा मार कब लगती है? जब छड़ी को यहां पे रखेंगे, नहीं, जब टिप पे। ये इज दैट क्लियर? बिकॉज वेलोसिटी इज मोर बट ओमेगा इज सेम, ओमेगा इज सेम। इज दैट क्लियर? यहां पे अच्छा क्वेश्चन था। चलो, ओमेगा इधर, रेडियस इधर, लास्ट एंड पे ओमेगा इंटू 2r, ये डिस्क है। इज दैट क्लियर? अब ये डिस्क ऐसे घूम रहा है, सेंटर के अबाउट नहीं घूम रहा, इस पॉइंट के अबाउट। सो व्हाट इज द वेलोसिटी ऑफ दिस पॉइंट? ओमेगा इंटू यहां से यहां तक डिस्टेंस कितना? 2r, 2 टाइम्स ओमेगा r, 2 टाइम्स ओमेगा r, राइट? सो हियर इट इज, if the body is currently located at coordinate AB, यहां पे body है, velocity v determine its angular velocity, ठीक है? Now see, understand it very well. So यहां पे आपका एक body है, it is moving in the forward direction like this. What is the direction of this body? Forward. Velocity of this body is v, ऐसे. You have to find out angular velocity about this point. इसका angular velocity क्या होगा? You can understand, sir, angular velocity का मतलब हुआ when you are looking at something and at that moment while you look at it, आपको अपनी मुंडी घुमानी पड़ रही है ना, it means it's angular velocity. Understand it? मैं आपको ऐसे कह रहा हूं, there are two observers. एक ऑब्जर्वर यहां पे है, वो बॉल की तरफ देख रहा है। दूसरा ऑब्जर्वर ओरिजिन पे है इधर, वो भी बॉल की तरफ देख रहा है। दोनों में से when both of them are looking at this ball, right? In fact, one more, एक और लेके आते हैं यहां पे। Now there are 3 cameras which are noticing this ball. 3 कैमरा यहां पे एंड एक ओरिजिन पे, यहां पे 3 कैमरा है। 1 2 3। कैमरा नंबर 1, बॉल इज एक्सपेक्टेड टू मूव लाइक दिस। टेल मी, कैमरा नंबर 1 अपनी मुंडी घुमाएगा? नहीं, इट्स लाइक दिस। हाँ, बॉल ऐसे, इट्स लाइक दिस, ये आगे जा रहा है। आई ओनली हैव टू लुक दिस वे, बॉल ऐसे जा रहा है। व्हाट इज ओमेगा? 0। जब मुंडी ही नहीं घुमाना, एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट ही नहीं हुआ, तो ओमेगा कितना? 0। ओमेगा अबाउट दिस पॉइंट विल बी 0. लेट मी नेम द 3 ऑब्जर्वर्स एज, इट इज ऑब्जर्वर 1, ऑब्जर्वर 2, ऑब्जर्वर 3. आई कैन से ओमेगा अबाउट 1 पॉइंट इज 0, कंफर्म। मैं बाद में बताऊंगा क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट से व्हाई इट इज 0. पहली बात, इट डज नॉट हैव टू रोटेट द मुंडी, राइट? सिर्फ ऐसे देखना है इसको, 1 लाइन में। अब कोई इधर पे है, 3 पे, कैमरा इधर। नाउ बॉल इज गोइंग लाइक दिस। इमेजिन बॉल इज कमिंग लाइक दिस, बॉल ऐसे आ रही है, ऐसे। इमेजिन दिस इज द पास्ट, दिस इज द प्रेजेंट, दिस इज द फ्यूचर। पास्ट से जब बॉल आ रही है प्रेजेंट में, फिर प्रेजेंट से फ्यूचर में जा रही है। कैन यू रियलाइज दिस पर्सन, जो कैमरा यहां पे, कैमरा पहले इधर होगा, अब कैमरा ऐसे एंगल घुमा रहा है, तब जाकर के आगे बढ़ेगा, ठीक है? तो यू कैन से ट्रेन ऐसे जा रही है आपके साइड से, यू आर ऑन द प्लेटफॉर्म, ट्रेन ऐसे आ रही है, तो आपकी मुंडी इधर होगी पहले, ट्रेन वहां से है। ट्रेन आ रही है तो आप मुंडी पहले आहिस्ता आहिस्ता घुमाओगे। एज सुन एज ट्रेन इज जस्ट इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, ट्रेन भाग रही है, तो आप उस पर्टिकुलर कंपार्टमेंट को देखने के लिए यू विल जस्ट रोटेट योर नेक वेरी फास्ट। और जब ट्रेन आगे चली गई, हाँ, उसके बाद में थोड़ा थोड़ा एंगल घुमाओगे, लेकिन बट यू हैव टू रोटेट योर नेक लाइक दिस। सो इज देयर एंगुलर वेलोसिटी अबाउट दिस पॉइंट? यस। And where is that angular velocity सबसे ज्यादा? When the train is just in front of you. जब ट्रेन बिल्कुल आपके सामने and it's going very fast, so you will have to rotate your mundi very fast, right? So this is it. इसके about angular velocity 0 तो नहीं होगा, right? How much it is? Simply sir, यहाँ पर r is the radius, v is the velocity, omega cross v. Omega cross r क्या आना चाहिए? v आना चाहिए, राइट? सो वील सी, इसके अबाउट तो ओमेगा नॉन जीरो होगा। इसके अबाउट क्या होगा? इसके अबाउट भी नॉन जीरो होगा। इसके अबाउट भी क्या होगा? नॉन जीरो होगा। नाउ इट इज आस्किंग, दिस इज द कोऑर्डिनेट ऑफ ए पॉइंट ए बी। कैन यू रियलाइज, यहां पे अगर कैमरा होगा, आफ्टर सम टाइम दिस बॉडी विल रीच हियर। तो इस कैमरा ने पहले ओरिएंटेशन ये रखा था, अब यही कैमरा ओरिएंटेशन ये रखेगा। घूमना पड़ा ना थोड़ा बहुत, so still it has to rotate na. So this is omega, it will have an omega. So you are expected to find out omega here. Remember, whenever we have to find out omega, magnitude of omega, so you will say whatever the velocity is upon the perpendicular distance to that point. Or you can say one thing, sir, omega को हम क्या करेंगे? We know that omega or radius or v, they were perpendicular. So we'll take one thing. What is the perpendicular component of velocity upon radius? Simple. What is the perpendicular component of velocity multiplied by perpendicular distance, right? So this will give us the omega. ये अब ये velocity was v, इस velocity के दो components आएंगे. Here यहाँ पे मैं कहूंगा you have to find out it along this point, origin के about ओमेगा कितना होगा, origin वाले, इस वाले पर्सन को कितना एंगल पे मुंडी घुमाना पड़ेगा. So I am saying two things, v perpendicular upon distance. So एक काम करते हैं, I will just divide this vector in two components. This was v, इसको divide करो दो values में. This is one component, this is the perpendicular component. This is 1 and this is 2. Tell me what is this component? जहां angle वहां cos, so it is v cos theta. जहां angle नहीं उस axis में sin, so this is v sin theta. और जो आपने रेडियस वेक्टर देखा है, रेडियस वेक्टर, दिस कनेक्टिंग वेक्टर, इस कनेक्टिंग वेक्टर के परपेंडिकुलर येलो कलर वाला है कि रेड कलर वाला? रेड कलर वाटर. सो मुंडी कौन घुमा रहा है इस पे? रेड कलर का कंपोनेंट. येलो कलर तो सीधा ही है ना. सो इट विल नॉट बी हैविंग ओमेगा विद रिस्पेक्ट टू दिस v cos थीटा, इट विल हैव ओमेगा विद रिस्पेक्ट टू v sin थीटा. और इसका मतलब अगर इस बंदे को ऐसे मुंडी घुमाना पड़े, सो इट इज बेसिकली बिकॉज ऑफ दिस v sin थीटा. दिस इज द परपेंडिकुलर कंपोनेंट v sin थीटा. दिस डिस्टेंस इज r, सो यू राइट डाउन ओमेगा इज इक्वल टू v sin थीटा डिवाइडेड बाय r. This is the value, this is the answer. Understand one thing, जब भी आपको ओमेगा निकालना हो किसी भी मोमेंट पे, ओमेगा किसी भी मोमेंट पे, what you will do? You will do sir perpendicular to radius, जो कंपोनेंट वेलोसिटी का आएगा, that divided by radius, right? That divided by distance, right? चलो एक काम करते हैं, इसमें बताओ. There is a wall, एक लेजर इस वॉल पे आ रहा है डायरेक्ट. लेजर इस वॉल पे, लेजर इस वॉल पे पॉइंट कर रहा है एक डॉट. अब इस वॉल, इस लेजर को ऊपर लेके जाओ, ये पॉइंट कहां जाएगा? आई मीन देयर इज अ वॉल, आप उस पे लेजर ऐसे थ्रो कर रहे हो, ऐसे आप व्हेन यू गिव ओमेगा टू दिस, वेयर इज दिस पॉइंट गोइंग? Upwards. This point is upwards. That means by giving omega to this laser in the anti-clockwise direction, the velocity of this point is actually where? Upwards. This is upwards. Obviously ये wall के साथ चिपकता हुआ जाएगा ना ये dot, laser dot, right? Now it is saying what is the velocity of this dot जो ऊपर जा रहा है? It is omega. You are rotating the laser by omega at this moment when this is theta, this is d, this is v. So you are expected to find out how much is the velocity of it. So I'll say पहले omega का value क्या आएगा? What is the value of omega? Sir, value of omega is velocity का perpendicular component upon distance. Let me say this be the distance r. Perpendicular component कौन सा है? What is the perpendicular component? Can I say whatever this velocity is, it is basically having this perpendicular component? And it will also be having maybe this horizontal component, right? A perpendicular component यहां कितना वैल्यू रखता है? Is it v cos theta or v sin theta? ये v है, जहां एंगल वहां cos, v cos theta. So you will write down, sir, it is v cos theta upon distance कितना इधर? r. v cos theta, ये जो perpendicular component आप देख रहे हो, perpendicular component of the velocity, if v is the complete velocity, this v is the complete velocity, it has two components. First is v sin theta, v cos theta. अच्छा ये angle theta होगा, right? How to find out? The angle between two lines is equal to angle between their perpendiculars. You will get it. ठीक है, ये theta है तो ये भी theta है. So it is v cos theta, perpendicular component of velocity upon distance. Distance कितना है? r. That's it. v cos theta upon r. One more thing, क्या इस ट्राइंगल में, बट ये r तो मैंने, this r I have chosen by myself, ये कहीं और नहीं था, ये मैंने खुद लिया यहां पे r. If this is r, this is d, can I say this d is actually r cos theta? d किसके बराबर है? r cos theta. ट्रिगोनोमेट्री यूज करो यहां पे, r cos theta. So d is equal to r cos theta. So r किसके बराबर आया? d by cos theta. I will substitute it here. I will say v cos theta, r के बदले I will write down d by cos theta. ऊपर जाएगा बनेगा v into cos square theta upon d. It is equal to omega. अब v का वैल्यू कितना आया? Omega into d divided by cos square theta. This is your answer. सर आपने इसमें आंसर क्यों लिखा? बिकॉज फाइनली जो भी मेरे इनपुट पैरामीटर्स हैं, जो भी क्वेश्चन ने दिए हैं, I have to convert my answer into the things which are from the question, and question is giving omega, question is giving d, question is giving theta. There is no mention of r. That's why I can't take in my answer this r. Last पे finally this is also the answer, this is also the answer, this is also the answer. But why I'm writing this? Because finally आपको convert इसी में करना है. ठीक है? This is how you will do it. सिंपल थिंग. सो रिमेंबर, ओमेगा जो भी होगा, रोटेशन मतलब मुंडी किस रफ्तार से घूम रही है, उसका क्या आएगा? v परपेंडिकुलर अपॉन r. परपेंडिकुलर वेलोसिटी, परपेंडिकुलर कंपोनेंट ऑफ द वेलोसिटी डिवाइडेड बाय डिस्टेंस. सो विल डू द एक्सेलरेशन नेक्स्ट टाइम, जब हम इस पे एक्सेलरेशन का डिस्कशन करेंगे. ठीक है.